We're enrolled then. Okay, we're enrolled. Yes. Okay. Action! Okay, hi guys, what's up? And today we are gonna be talking about Sengoku Jidai. Now this is gonna be split into two parts. So yeah, this is part 1 for today because the Sengoku Jidai is really long, so I had to divide it up into 2 parts. So let's get started. So what is the Sengoku Jidai? The Sengoku Jidai is the warring stage period, unlike the warring stage period like in China, but in Japan. Now, Sengoku Jidai is Japanese for the warring stage. So, you get it now, do you? If you don't, I'll explain more about the Sengoku Jidai. It's Japanese, so it's very hard for me to say it, and I'm sure that that isn't pronounced right. Okay, moving on. Now, what is the Sengoku Jidai? I'll answer the question again. It is the warring states period in Japan, and it took a lot of time, and it took about 2 centuries to finish. Let's get started. Now, the Sengoku Jidai started in roughly the 14,000s. Roughly the 14,000s, as we can predict, and then it started there. A lot of people started trying to get a lot of people kicked asses. No, not kick asses, but really their bodies and stuff. And there were a lot of deaths during the Sengoku Jidai. And why did the Sengoku Jidai even form? Well, it's because the Sengoku Jidai is... Well, before the Sengoku Jidai, yes, Japan was 4 islands, but all of those islands had some independent states, and all of them wanted to control Japan. The Japanese didn't even like a bit of China stuff, so you might get what we're going to now. Moving on, there was a lot of things that happened during the Sengoku Jidai, and we're gonna basically gonna be focusing on main stuff and yeah, and the stuff and about all of the crap during the Sengoku Jidai and stuff. Let's move on. Now, the Sengoku Jidai, there were a lot of people, and the Sengoku Jidai had a lot of main characters, such as that's after the Sengoku Jidai. There's Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu. And a lot of other names that I might not even be pronouncing right. Okay, so there are a lot of things that happened during the Sengoku Jidai. Originally, people tried to get to the capital of the Japan, and it was Kyoto, which is now puppet state with no one controlling. It's not real puppet, but it would be cool if they were. No, that's from Crash Course. Anyways. The thing about the Sengoku Jidai is that a lot of people try to steal others, and there's a lot of betrayal. I mean, really, there's a ton of betrayal. Whew. Okay, the Sengoku Jidai didn't really end really well, but still, it's still very nice. Now, the Sengoku Jidai was really started by a clan that I might not even pronounce right, and nobody might know. And then later they went to the Oda, they wanted to get the Kyoto and tried to get it, but they had to go through the Oda clan. And surprise, Oda's clan, which is a bit smaller, won. And then Oda Nobunaga was the ruler of the clan for now. And well, just to say that he actually stole the idea of going and invading Kyoto, and he goes there and wins every battle he can, and even wins a battle at Kyoto, which everyone fought fiercely. Ooh. And when Oda Nobunaga got Kyoto, he started trying to conquer all other realms of his neighbors. However, there was a lot of things that happened during this time, and then he had to curse a lot of times. Yes, really, cursing. And there were a lot of battles he had to take, such as the battle... No, he wasn't there, he died. So he had a lot of people, and then he got this guy named Tokugawa... Toyotomi... Those names are so similar that I get confused. Anyways, Toyotomi Hideyoshi became a loyal servant to Oda Nobunaga. Now, first, Toyotomi Hideyoshi was a peasant, and then he went up into the road, and then he became a sandal bearer. No, not a kitty sandal bearer, like the extra history kind. Just watch those videos. Anyways, Toyotomi Hideyoshi became a sandal bearer to Oda Nobunaga, and that was when Oda Nobunaga really got into trust with Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Later, Toyotomi Hideyoshi rose up the rank, and he became the master builder for Oda Nobunaga. Oda Nobunaga got him to build a siege castle for with his enemies. However, you might say that his enemies can rain down a lot of arrows on Toyotomi Hideyoshi while he's building it. But however, he built it so fast that no one even knew it was built completely. Some sources say that the building just took overnight. Now, we might not really believe that it took overnight, like just 12 hours, because that's really impossible. But by that myth, it probably means that Toyotomi Hideyoshi built it so fast that the enemy didn't even knew what that was before the enemy woke up, and then they went to the front of their castle, and then they saw, whoa, what is that? Whoa, what is that? And seeing Toyotomi Hideyoshi's masterpiece. Now, later, the castle which they built the siege on was not taken, and then they did the opposite to their enemies. The enemy's castle got taken away, and then that got on their unification. And then later, Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi became trusted partners, and then Toyotomi Hideyoshi later got a clan. Got a clan for himself, and then he went on, and then he worked for Oda Nobunaga. And then Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi conquered half of Japan, and they decided to take a rest and have a little vacation. And toured Kyoto countryside, like a vacation. However, Oda Nobunaga's vacation was cut short because, well, some guy named Tokugawa Ieyasu worked for Oda Nobunaga, and while he was sieging a castle. And then later he sent a general, to lead Tokugawa Ieyasu's, or was it Toyotomi? Whatever their name was, whoever it was, he sent his best and most trusted general. Well, at least not so trusted as Tokugawa Ieyasu or Toyotomi Hideyoshi, but trusted general to help Tokugawa Ieyasu. And Oda Nobunaga will meet him there. He packed up all his things and went on his journey with a few pages and soldiers. And this guy, the general that Oda Nobunaga sent, got a little psychic stuff. And during the way, that general was almost close to Tokugawa Ieyasu's siege. He said, "The enemy is in Kyoto." And then all the soldiers was like, "What? Huh?" And they got a little confusion, and they knew that the enemy was not in Kyoto, so they went on and fought him, the traitor. The traitor somehow managed to survive, and Oda Nobunaga during the while wanted to stop for a while because he was a bit too tired and spend the night in a bed and breakfast temple. However, the traitor got there and tried to burn it alight. Tried to burn it alight and kill Oda Nobunaga. However, Oda Nobunaga killed himself quickly already, so, well, this is it. He wrote his death poem like every other daimyo or shogun could do, and then he and his pages committed seppuku, which is just opening your stomach with a knife, which is really suicide. Yes, really. They committed suicide, or known as seppuku, during that time. And then later they were doing a lot of goodness, and then Oda Nobunaga died. So this is really part 1 for the Sengoku Jidai, and part 2 will be coming up soon up. And just get ready until then, and see you in part 2. See ya! Shinhan out. Peace!